you know, you hear people like, you know, saying some stuff. We gotta go this way, and then they gotta go to the starboard bow, or something.
Yeah.
Like boat terms and shit.
Boat. Yeah. They're saying we gotta the mast.
We gotta sway the mast towards the starboard bow.
The jig. Is it the jig? Or the jib? There's a jib.
Jib?
There's a jib.
Oh, okay, cool.
So they say something about the jib. And then
it doesn't really matter.
And then
as you can tell, we got some decorations up.
we did.
We decorated the place.
Just in time for our FNAF review.
Yeah, just in time.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie, can you pull up the clips of? Yeah, so this is what we got for all the clips of like what it looks like.
Oh yeah.
We got the missing child's incident reports, and we got like the little kids holding hands, little drawings that all the kids did, and the checkered pattern going around like through all of it. We got paper pals, and last but not least, we got the piece of resistance. The nose. Jamie, can you press that nose for me? All right, thank you. That was great. We got some pizzas hanging on the walls. We did this for Jake's birthday. Happy birthday, Jake.
Thank you. It really feels like a fine establishment in here. I would definitely see myself ordering food, maybe pizza.
Jamie, show the Foxy sorry out of order sign. Thank you. All right.
Yeah, that's my contribution. Yeah, so...
Wait, Jamie, can you show the stars, please?
Hey, Jamie, you're fired.
I like Jake.
It's not personal. Oh, no. Thank you. You were great, though. Thank you. Leave the key under the mat. So...
I miss Jason.
Me too.
All right, so Cranked 3, St3aming with Rag3. We where we left off, we had Chef Chelios. He was on the ship crossing the Atlantic, and towards from China, obviously, because China has such a great route to the Atlantic. They're right next to the Atlantic Ocean, obviously. We're gonna have to change that up. We're gonna have to retcon a little bit of what we said last time.
Just geography wise.
Yeah, we're not really
from boat to
Yeah.
China. You would go West Coast.
Put your mic closer.
Not East Coast.
All right, not that close, dude.
Yeah, you'd probably be going to the West Coast, maybe to the Ellis Island of the West, Angel Island.
Oh yeah, all of us Californians know exactly what that is.
Yeah.
I totally have known about it all my life. Never.
Mhm.
It's not like I just learned what that was today because
It doesn't have an equivalent to a Statue of Liberty nearby. Yeah, no, it's a really nice it's a nice place. They got,
I don't give a fuck.
and then you really get to see like Olive Marin, and like kind of Sausalito, and it's nice. And then if you're a kid, you can go there for summer camp during the summer.
Jamie, get out. We fired you. Get out. Stop. Oh, he wants to get a video of the "It's Me" on the fridge part. Can we let him do that before he?
Fine.
All right. Go ahead.
Tell him he's not allowed to take anything.
I mean, I saw him take a few batteries, a few alkaline batteries from our drawer.
Damn. Well,
All right, bye.
bye, Jamie. You should probably change the locks. Well, did he borrow them? Are they still being borrowed?
I mean, he said it was called an indefinite action of borrowing.
Indefinite borrow ship?
Yeah.
I feel like you might indefinitely borrow that key then. See, he's out there right now just rubbing his hands together and looking inside with an evil grin.
Hey, don't fog up the windows.
He's drawing a picture of me with X's over my eyes.
How do you know that's you? That just looks like a regular white, like, skinny boy.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, the eyes, I think. You really captured my eyes.
I don't know. That drawing has like a really short forehead for you.
Maybe like it was just my hair was in the way.
I mean, but even when your hair is in the way.
Well, it's a stick figure. Look. Stick figures have a proportionally bigger head overall to the rest of their body.
Now that I saw the body, definitely looks like you.
Yeah. Right. So after the commercial break, it fades out of black, and he's in the ocean, and he's swimming, and he reaches
Angel Island.
Yeah, or just anywhere in California.
Maybe he reaches what is the prison? Alcatraz.
Alcatraz.
He could reach Alcatraz. I don't know. Is Alcatraz a?
It's a video unit thing, yeah. Criminals just waiting for them.
Yeah.
They're just there. They were sent there, but there's no prison that's been built, so they're just waiting for a prison to be built there.
No, maybe it's like prisoners are just like on the escape right now. So he goes to Alcatraz Island before there's Alcatraz there, right? Before the prison's there.
Mm-hmm.
And these criminals are trying to escape, and they're just like on a boat, and they're like they land there, and they're just like, I don't know, I really like this place. I don't know, this place.
I can see myself buying a house out here.
I can see myself being held prisoner in this place. I don't know.
That always confused me about like Alcatraz and now currently San Quentin.
The fuck is San?
You don't know San Quentin?
I only know Alcatraz. That's
San Quentin is like the modern day.
Oh, that's what it's called? Or
no, it's just the modern day like big old prison. It's not an island though, but it's right on the shore. And I'm like, dang, that's crazy expensive property for a prison.
So it's like still on Alcatraz Island, but
no,
it's just not.
It's not.
Oh, it's on the shore of
of
California.
Yeah,
okay.
Nothing to do with Alcatraz. It's just the modern day big prison, but like those prisoners get an incredible view.
Lucky bastards. Maybe it's like federal prisons. Maybe you think it's a federal? I don't know. You probably know.
I mean, I've never been in there. I don't know.
I know someone who has.
Oh.
Who's been there?
Oh.
Like, because it's a prison.
You know someone who's been to the prison because it's a prison? What?
Like they were imprisonated there. That's what I'm alluding.
Imprisoned? Or imprisonated? So he's at Alcatraz.
He's at Alcatraz.
There's a bunch of prisoners that have set up shop there.
The old timey, detectives are still on the hunt for them, and so then they're just like, oh fuck, we can't get away. So then they go on a boat. They go to Alcatraz and they set camp there for a bit. And like Jeff Chelios just like crashes onto their little campsite that they're like having a campfire at for the time being, And he's like, where the fuck are we? And he's like, I don't know, we're just on the run. And they look over, and then there's like the boat coming over. Now that like Chev Chelios is like next to these prisoners or these escaped convicts, he's being taken in by affiliation, and like they all run away, and he's like, what the fuck? And then they're like, hey, you're coming with us, man.
Yeah.
We have two cops, right? And then one guy is too lazy to like get all the other ones. Maybe he's like a fat cop. Maybe he's like what's his name from Zorro?
Oh, Garcia.
So we have this Garcia Bertram type fat guy who's like trying to chase after the prisoners, while the other guy that's like kind of more like an actual cop, like a real like badass kind of guy. He's the one who caught Chev Chelios. And Chev Chelios is just like, hey, you're making a mistake, motherfucker. And then Garcia is just like coming back like,
he's all out of breath.
Yeah, he can't catch up with the other guys.
And he sits down. Maybe he does like a little funny thing where he's like running, and then he like just during like the chase he stops, he gets out of breath, and he like ducks behind a tree and like takes a swig from the flask and then keeps running after them.
Yeah. That's yeah.
They can lasso him as he tries to run away. It's like he's just being dragged along the ground just via lasso.
Yeah, like in Back to the Future 3.
Yeah, like in Back to the Future 3.
And then the horse goes onto the boat, and then he's still on the lasso, and he's like getting tugged, just like how they did it. No,
they get the horse on the boat, and then they close the door, but he's still on the island because the rope was just long.
Yeah.
And so they start the boat, and then he's just dragging through the water, still attached to
have a little sequence where it's just like, like a little like a little pile of rope. It's just being, oh shit, and he it starts dragging. So now he's on a carriage, and he's going over to the town that these convicted felons were previously at. That I suppose were being followed all the way from the middle of the desert all the way to the shore. So this is a way so he can go to the middle of the desert, right? To So he can go to like a little town in the middle of the desert.
Why is he doing that?
Because they're bringing him because I guess that these like police officers were chasing the convicted felons all the way from like a town in the desert.
Oh, okay.
And they didn't give up until and they followed them all the way to
and then
shore.
They followed him all the way to that island.
Yeah.
Just took Chef Chelios.
Just Chef Chelios.
That wasn't even part of their part of who are they supposed to bring in to begin with, and they were just like, all right, that's good enough for me. We got somebody.
All right.
Who are they, cops or are they bounty hunters?
Yeah. You know what? Bounty hunters is way better. I think
bounty hunters would go out of their jurisdiction.
Yeah, and it's all, you know what? It's also just like, you have like a Western, you gotta put bounty hunters. Okay, so they got a bounty hunter and shit, and they're just bad bounty hunters.
Yeah, maybe there's
they didn't even
guy,
look at the picture.
Maybe there's a wanted picture and it looks kind of like Chef Chelios, and then maybe it's like his great grandfather's.
Even though he's Australian.
Yeah.
Wait, no, maybe it's like the Aussie.
Yeah.
No, it's like an Australian immigrant who like is like a convicted felon back in the past, and then he's known as the Aussie or something like that, like the Aussie Bandit or something like that. And it's like, this isn't the Aussie Bandit. Hey, I'm Australian. He's
I don't know if he is though.
What?
I think he's British.
Why does he sound Australian in the movies?
I think it's just because he's just cool and British.
He is. He's just an English.
Yeah.
Hey, he's practicing Chinese martial arts. We can use that.
Yeah.
He's now a British person. I gotta fucking...
Yeah, but maybe he's like...
What is it?
What if his like
when he was Australian,
great granddad or whatever is like super British, like Cockney accent?
Oh yeah, you can't even understand a single thing.
Yeah, and he always has like soot on his face and stuff like.
It's not the Aussie Bandit anymore. Maybe we can call him the English Bandit.
Maybe he's the lad.
He's the lad.
You know how there's like the kid, but he's British, so he's
that's funny.
The lad.
Well, the lad is like a Irish and Scottish thing. Fuck it. Euros.
Yeah,
Euro.
It's the same.
They're all the same.
It's the same.
So they go to the sheriff, and they bring back Chef Chelios, and we get a nice shot where there's a picture of Chef Chelios's ancestor on a wanted picture, a wanted paper, and it says the lad wanted for, stealing money from banks and then converting them to euros or something. Wait, euros weren't made until like 99. Pounds. He's probably got like a goatee or some shit, and like hair. And like then they like
put like different colored eyes in there or something.
Well, I don't think it's painted. The wanted poster usually is just it should be like just like black and white.
Yeah, but like Jason Statham has like very dark eyes, so give this guy like light eyes.
Yeah, something. I guess.
Or you can like fucked up teeth too.
You can like have like a.
He has bad teeth.
Yeah.
Because it's old timey and he's British.
Yeah, no, I got it.
Because they don't have dentists. And Oh, that actually sounds a lot better. Well, what is the name Chev Chelios? Doesn't sound British. Where does the Chelios name come from? It's Italian.
Oh shit! So then we should make this guy Italian.
Mm-hmm.
And then his mustache that he has that is like the defining feature between
Could be like
is like a curly mustache.
Yeah.
It's the handlebar mustache.
He has like slicked back black hair.
Yeah, exactly. And then they call him like the I was about to say like an Italian.
Oh no. The saucy boy.
Jeez, you racist. The fuck, Jake?
They call him the Italian, the meatball mozzarella mastermind.
He's the impasta.
What are Italian things that aren't food?
Dude, this is gonna be the worst thing.
Is that a thing?
Oh
Do Italians do things that aren't food? Tetrazzini terrorist.
Oh, Tetrazzini terrorist. Dude, that's actually pretty good. So they have a wanted poster of this guy who's just basically Jason Statham with a handlebar mustache and slick back black hair. That says the
He kind of looks like one of those the muscle, like circus muscle men.
Oh yes, yes, like the huge guys who hold the weights to have like the like the spheres on the end. Okay, so then it says his name is like I don't know,
Enzo Chelios.
Enzo Chelios, and then AKA the Tetrazzini terrorist, and then they bring it down, and then the sheriff's just like, this guy ain't fucking Italian, and then he's just like, why don't you go fucking shove that poster up your ass, and then they're just like, all right, you know what, he's causing too much mayhem here, we gotta throw him in the cellar. So then they throw him in the cell, and he's stuck in there with this like Mexican dude. Mm-hmm. And we all know who the Mexican dude's gonna turn out to be, right? I mean, you gotta have.
It's Pedro.
It's Pedro. I think it could be like kind of in the style of the good and the bad and the ugly. How like the ugly is kind of just like a Mexican who escaped, like
No, you can't do that these days.
What?
Make the ugly a Mexican.
I didn't even think about that. Oh, Jesus. It's funny because it's like the white guy is the good and the bad is the Italian for some reason.
Yeah.
Even though it's a giallo, not giallo, sorry. But it's a spaghetti western, so you'd think they would put themselves as the good guys. But overall, as long as the Mexican's the ugly one.
Have you heard of that? It's like called like the bloop or something.
The bloop?
The bloop.
What is that?
It's called the bloop. It was like this sound that like underwater microphones picked up, and it was very much just like a. But that's what it was released as. But that's like when it was like played at like super low speeds, and like when it was played at like a normal speed, it was just like a. Bloop.
Oh,
and
so it was like a bubble.
Yeah. No. But it was like it was picked up. Well, I think like I don't know, but like I think like the long version was like I don't know actually how it was wherever it was coming from. That's how it was being emitted, but it was played on the microphone like a little bloop. Animal like known could make this sound at like it was like from the distance that the sound was supposedly coming from to where the microphones are, like there was no animal that loud like discovered yet. And so like for a while like everyone thought there was like a big sea monster down there that we hadn't discovered yet, and then they found out it was just like ice breaking in the Arctic. But it was a pretty spicy conspiracy for a while.
So he's in a cell with the Pedro character, and he's talking to Pedro's ancestor, great grandfather or something. And
Also named Pedro.
well, I don't think the other characters were named Pedro before.
Yeah, but this one's named Pedro.
This time it's named Pedro. You're not the same tortellini terrorist. Wait, what is it?
I said tetrazzini, but it could be tortellini.
Tortellini works. I'd like tortellini better.
Yeah. And I can do like a cutaway to one of his crazy crimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you see like women just
Yeah.
very abstract what he even did.
Mm-hmm.
It's just more like
Yeah.
horror. And then he's like, well, my name's Chef Chilios. I don't know who the fuck. I ain't the fucking tortellini. It's Chef Chilios. His name's Enzo Chilios. And then that's when Chef Chilios realizes that he
Maybe like they go into Chef Chelios's mind and he's like connecting like a complicated like family tree.
and then he remembers when he was like a kid, like with his parents, and his parents were like showing him like the links that they have, where it's just like they have like my great aunt did this thing where she showed us our family lineage of like
Links?
Yeah, it's just like a paper ring.
Was it in the description?
It was like a paper ring.
Uh-huh.
Was it in Hyrule? So they're like these little paper rings that have like the names of like certain people down our lineage, linked to another person, and maybe like it cuts back, like so he like goes through his family tree or something, and then it like goes back in time to when he was like a kid, when his parents were showing him these links or something. It's like, or I don't know, maybe a photo book or some shit.
Yeah, maybe there's just a photo, like an old-timey photo of like Enzo, and he's just like nice suit,
taking a picture in front of the clock tower.
Yeah, exactly. And he's just taking a photo with like a bunch.
Why are you always bringing the fucking microphone away?
Because I don't know, I talk with my hands.
Well, do it with one hand. You have to make sure this is...
Okay, so what if I just tape this right
Hello?
here?
You silly goose.
And then
You're a silly goose.
What if they had mics that you could just put on your shirt like this?
Those are like, for some reason, more expensive than this. Like, it's so weird that lavs are like...
Yeah. You'd think bigger, more expensive.
Exactly. You think like steel.
You'd think if you could flick it, more expensive.
You think that? Yeah. That's my thought process. I don't know. I flick a lot of things. I'm like, I didn't really flick it. That should be free.
That's just how you gauge the value of everything. You just, I don't know if this is worth the price you're asking for it.
I don't know. So now, he's like thinking back in the past where his parents were showing him like the family photo book, and they're like going back, and the son of Enzo Chelios was like a fatherless son who never got to see him because of because he went to jail or something.
Or just on the run.
Yeah, but he was supposed to be caught at Alcatraz Island. But Chef Chelios got in the way. Basically doing a Back to the Future little grandfather paradox. The son of Enzo Chelios. Maybe he was conceived like during a conjugal visit, So he was conceived in a conjugal visit, but that's only if he got caught. But he instead, he's sailing away, going off who knows where, like maybe he's going to Seattle or some shit.
It's nice there.
I like Seattle.
I could see why you'd want to go there.
Yeah, I mean like grunge and like
Carly.
So now we have to have him plan like a prison escape with Pedro.
I feel like it could be a pretty quick thing. Like they just trick like the Garcia guard to go in the cell.
Well, Garcia is just a bounty hunter.
Oh, true. So they trick one of like the police guards to go into the
who's
cell.
also like Garcia.
Yeah. And then you just cut to the outside and it goes whoop, whoop, whoop. And then Chev and Pedro just walk out of there.
They probably walk out dressed up like some cops.
The kind of sheriffy.
Yeah, and then because Pedro is a Mexican and they can't have Mexican cops back then, or police officers and sheriffs, he has to put a bandana around his mouth just so he can block the fact that he's Mexican. And then every time that people ask him, it's like, man, you got really dirty, didn't you? Or so because of his skin color.
They turn into with these disguises, they go on to create what's known as the legend of the Lone Ranger.
Oh, dude, yes.
A fiery horse with the speed of light, a cloud of dust, and a hearty hi-yo silver. The Lone Ranger.
Because back then, Native Americans were were at least more socially accepted than Mexicans.
Yeah.
It is true. Yeah. And that's as much as I know about history. So they can't really find any way to cover up the fact that he's Mexican. So then they just kind of give him this get up that they have at the police station. Maybe maybe there was a sleeping a Native American there, and then they just put on the feathers and stuff and culturally appropriate that.
Yeah.
I mean, this is crank.
It's crank.
Yeah, it's crank. You gotta. I don't know. We can do that, or we can just do they can do he's just a cop, and then Pedro's just
another cop,
another prisoner.
Oh,
and he's just dragging
with him.
Yeah, he's just dragging him around. Yeah,
you could do that.
I feel though, if you don't do something racist, it's not crank. Oh my god, Jamie, no!
Oh my god,
dude, this guy! I swear to God. All right, I'm gonna talk to him.
Please do.
Jamie, I told you that we can't have you coming in here anymore.
Tell him to give back the batteries.
Alright, I want the batteries, alright? Jamie, what is that? Jamie, no! Oh!
Jamie, you're making a mess.
Break!
No. Go ahead. What did we say?
I don't remember.
Hey, no. Hey, look at me.
I don't
Hey,
remember.
no, look at me, Preston. It's okay. No one's gonna judge you. Stupid. Should we just move on? Would that make you feel better? Okay, we're just gonna move on then. We're just gonna move on. Hey, no, hey, look at me. It's okay. Hey, no. Hey, look. Everyone makes mistakes, okay? Everyone makes mistakes.
Fucking idiot!
No,
fucking idiot!
no, you're not. Hey.
I'm a fucking idiot!
Hey, no. Let's not talk about ourselves like that.
Oh, Jesus! Oh, God!
It's not nice to ourselves.
I'm a fucking idiot!
Hey.
They get into a salon.
Salon.
They get into a salon.
Yeah, they sign up for mani-pedis.
Yes. They go into a saloon and they, Chev is in the garments of a sheriff, bringing Pedro around, and someone comes up to him saying that, almost reading right into his ruse, because he looks like Enzo Chelios. So some guys just hey, that's no sheriff.
Don't think you can get away with this disguise, Enzo Chelios.
You can't get away with this one, torch
You
lady.
still owe me
Tourist.
20 gold pieces.
You got it. You piece of shit. Why,
You still haven't paid me back for the Monterey job.
Hey, now you get on out of this town, you piece of no good scallywag.
Yeah.
Scallywag, that's like a
That's a
pirate
term. Yellow belly.
You no good yellow belly.
Yeah.
You get on out of our beautiful suburban town.
Yeah.
suburban.
Get away from my wife and children.
No, I think this guy should like come running up to him, and like he just takes a bottle, breaks it, slashes this guy's throat. He falls down, and then all these guys, then come and attack Chev Chelios.
Yeah. But this is like the third time that Chev is being mistaken with Enzo, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he knows now that Enzo is his relative, his past relative.
And you know what?
But
it's
this
kind
time,
of a be careful what you wish for kind of thing. Because this whole time, or at the beginning, he wanted his old face back, and now that he's got it back, he's now confused for this criminal guy.
So now he's like debating. We're in the debate stage of the Save the Cat. Because I went in my room where I have the Save the Cat like just on the wall, the whole setup. Right. And after you have the catalyst, the problem, you have the debate. So now he has to debate whether he. When it comes to that little part, you know, he I think like he's gonna be like, I don't know, like, well,
So what were you gonna say? Oh, so he has to debate something? What if big twist at the end? Enzo Chelios isn't even related to him.
oh,
And he has to like have sex with his own great grandmother, and it's like bootstrap paradox where
yeah. Well, didn't that happen in Futurama? Once?
maybe
That happened in Futurama where Fry is his own grandfather.
I mean, if she's my grandmother, who's my grandfather? Isn't it obvious? You are.
Yeah,
watch that show.
it's a great show. Yeah, the bootstrap paradox. That's my favorite paradox. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't
it's
know
like
if I ever told you. That's my favorite.
it's kind of Terminator-y, like with John
Yeah.
Connor and Kyle Reese.
My favorite bootstrap paradox was when it was like a short for Doctor Who where when Matt Smith
released a new one. They're this little 5-minute
short. Oh,
yeah.
with David Tennant.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Watch that.
Well, the short that it was like with Matt Smith, and Matt Smith was like the TARDIS arrived in the TARDIS.
Yeah, it was in itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's thinking he's Enzo Chelios. He just wants to get back home. And now he's getting into a fight with a bunch of people. When they're like fighting in there, you have to have like some like saloon piano player like seeing all of that ruckus, and he has to start playing like The Entertainer or something, you know, or like a Maple Leaf Rag. That's a good one. I like that you know Maple Leaf Rag. I love Maple Leaf Rag.
Yeah, it's like, I feel like
That's like the basic. That's
it's
like
just the go-to,
that's
like
the go-to one.
silent film.
So then he, you know, kicks open the saloon doors, you know, and then he comes out, you know, with like, you know, bodies like flew out of the glass window, and like
He's like, you know, fucking Enzo is ruining everything for me. You know, I how am I supposed to get back and go back to the future if Enzo is gonna make everything really impossible for me to do that, right?
and then like Pedro is just kind of like, well, you know, Enzo's the most revered person in this town, and maybe, you know, maybe this is a blessing in disguise for you. You know, maybe, you know, being the most revered person in town could get you to like find a way to go back home in some way. And this is where like he gets the idea like he needs to like own up to the fact that he's Enzo Chelios, right? So yeah, he has to disguise himself as if he is Enzo and start acting like Enzo and start robbing a bunch of like banks and like being like terrorizing everybody, you know. And then like there's like he's like learning how to like speak Italian at the same time, so he's like he has to like
Arrivederci.
yeah, arrivederci
And buongiorno.
Mamma mia.
he's like meeting up with a part of the other gang of Enzo Chelios's gang, right? And it's like, but you know the cops are still after you. You are a wanted man. We have to like put you into hiding or something. It's like yeah. All right. They put him in like a wine cellar because they're Italian. Then they're like down in the wine cellar. They're like figuring out their next plan and stuff. And this is like where the whole movie just turns into like Red Dead Redemption.
But then they got the big one coming up.
Yeah, so
It's
then
the big like
it's the
government train.
it has to be a train heist.
Yeah, it's good. It's the big government train that's transporting a ton of I don't know,
It's got a bunch of oil drums,
gold bonds.
and gold, and like they need to get the gold, not the oil, but I don't know.
Yeah, and so they're I don't know, should they sabotage the railroad in some way?
Yeah, should they do like a little Breaking Bad? Have to stop in the middle of the train in the middle, like get Bill Burr to like park his big truck in front of the train tracks.
Yeah.
Well, what's something that we haven't seen as a train heist?
That's
the
there's been
question.
a lot of train heists.
Exactly. It's like, and you know, stopping the train,
You can either stop the train, blow up the train.
keep going while the train is moving.
Yeah.
Go underneath the train. I think we've seen that. I've seen that before. I think.
Alright.
I don't know what that was from, but I think I saw it like someone was underneath the train.
Have they ever built a concurrent train to crash into said train? Have they ever had to do has anyone ever taken apart a railroad track and then built another railroad track to the bad guy's hideout?
Oh, that'd be crazy. They like.
So then the train just parks at their hideout?
Yeah. So like. So there's like one part, like they have to have like a few guys working from the inside.
Yeah.
Right. Working at like the scheduling for the train deliveries and everything. So they have to be from the inside, like working on like, oh, we got to have the train tracks go this way, and like they're going south towards San Jose or something. And then it's like, then they were kind of like, well, I found it. He's like, well, we can go south towards San Jose, or we can go north up
We
here.
can just go this long way because it seems like this part is under construction at the moment.
Or no, they can. Yeah, they can like have like some workers acting like they are constructing. Or no, like they're. No, okay.
Or okay,
How about okay.
so what if they build a track that's just slightly angled from the regular track, and then they just take the rest of the track away. So when they hit the slightly angled version, they don't realize it, and it's so far back from the final destination that the angled track is just so far away from the actual town the train is supposed to go to. And then they build a replica train station just like the one it's going to go to. And they dress like officials. So when the train gets there, they drop off all the stuff because it looks like the train station, and then they leave.
No, okay. I think that's a good idea. Instead of it just
That's
like dropping
I
off.
personally do my train heist. That's what I'm going to do.
So now, Chef Chelios is like, he's completely in the role of Enzo. Mm-hmm.
But why is he doing this? Does he think that if he gets enough money, he'll be able to get something that'll help him?
Well, he needs
go
to
back.
How about he needs to get enough money to get him a ship, so he can get a ticket.
He needs to go back
like
to China
to go
to
back
get
to
one
China.
of these flowers to stick
Exactly.
right back up his butt.
Yes. Or going by the logic of the last episode, he needs to get enough money to buy some cocaine
Yeah.
so he can swim all the way to China. They get enough money to make the big heist happen, and the big plan is to make a replica train station where they say San Jose is or something, you know, some like random town. Let's say it's San Jose. So it's like, oh, we got to get over to San Jose, and it's like, well, we can't. How about we do this route? Because if we go that way, down that route, we have to do an extra stop. But there's this new route that they just built in that it goes straight to San Jose from our place instead of having to go from one place to another. And they're like, all right, let's do that. And then so these people that are working from the inside are like, you know, spreading these false rumors about
this new route.
But meanwhile, the route is being made by the gangsters, and like it's going the right direction. Like when you're looking on a compass, it's going in the right direction towards San Jose, but it's just a little bit off where like it's a little bit off in the degrees of the compass that it almost is like a good 5 miles or so away from the actual town of San Jose. And they make the train station just congruent, and they have to make a fake town too.
Yeah.
They have to make a fake town to make it convincing that there's
But like a set. Where they're kind of just kind of empty in the back.
Yes.
And they're like, all hollow on inside.
Yeah, and then they have to make this they have to make this fake San Jose.
And maybe it's also like they're also doing like forced perspective stuff where there's like two a couple main buildings, and then like just a few feet away there's like a ton of tiny buildings that look like they're
and then they have like this gigantic backdrop that that like has painted sky. They already convinced the train and its scheduling to take this new route because they need to get the gold from whatever town they're in. What we haven't even figured out what the town is.
Isn't it San Jose?
No, the town that like he got arrested in. Like, he got taken in.
It could be San Mateo, Walnut Creek. Open weekdays at 5.
Does it have to be a northern one? I mean, come on.
Well, San Jose is in the north.
Yeah, but I mean, like.
Oh, well, I thought you were just saying it was like a nearby town.
I mean, does it all have to be in the north? Can we like?
It doesn't.
Come on, man. Let's not make it San Jose anymore.
It can. It can be
Let's make it like
Santa Barbara.
Okay. Let's say the town that he got arrested in is San Jose. Okay. And the town that the train is going from San Jose to is like Los Angeles or something.
Yeah. Just imagining now that it's in Los Angeles, in their mini town that they make, in like the backdrop, like Jeff like puts like the Hollywood sign in.
yeah. He starts like painting in the Hollywood sign. They're like, "What the fuck is that?" He's like, "I don't know." He's like, "Oh shit, that's right. I don't know. I just thought it looked good. I thought it looked pretty good or something."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh man, I don't know about that. It just doesn't sound real." Maybe if you put a land after it,
and then in the Rocketeer universe.
Yeah. Well, no, this is in the real universe.
Yeah, but how did it go away? We don't know.
I don't know. How did it even get there? Fucking, it's the bootstrap paradox. That's how it got there.
Yeah.
So they're making a fake Los Angeles, but there's a new problem that arises while they're making the fake Los Angeles. That's like 10.
What's that?
What's what?
The new problem.
That's what I'm trying to get to.
I know. I was providing dramatic curiosity. What's that?
Well, let me tell you. Jesus. You know what? Fine. Leave.
I didn't even like this podcast anyway.
You know what? Get the fuck out of here. No.
Jamie was right about you.
No, you know what? You can go back. You can go with Jamie. Go. Get the fuck out of here.
I didn't even like this thing
You can leave. You can go back to Jamie. Hey, Jamie.
Jamie. Oh, thank God you're here.
Yeah, get him out of here. Get this motherfucker out of here. Get this fuck out of this place.
I'm leaving. My first foot is out the door. The middle part of my body is out the door. My second knee is out the door.
Why don't you just close the fucking door? All right, get the fuck out of here, you piece of shit.
My last bits of toes are leaving the door right now, and then once I close the door, you're never gonna see me again ever.
I don't give a fuck if your last bits of toes, whatever that means. I get the fuck out of here.
Fine.
Don't forget to pay the rent.
Sorry, I forgot my phone charger.
Take it. Get the fuck out. Go.
I'm leaving.
Go.
Never see me again.
Well, are you trying to convince me that you closed the door? I know it's still open over there. I can see you.
Shoot. Fuck. I left my coin collection.
All right, take your coin collection. And you know what? While you're at it, why don't you take the socks that you gave me for my birthday, too? Get the fuck out of here! Break! Jake, it's great to have you back. I was really sorry about what happened last time.
Oh, no. I mean, you know. Water under the bridge.
Speaking about Bridges, Jeff Bridges shows up in Crank 3, right? And drama ensues.
You know, Jeff Bridges is short for Jeffrey Bridged to Terabithia.
Drama happens, guys. It's part of life. All we got to do is hope that we can get over it.
Yeah, we just gotta be adults.
Spread the love. Remember why we're here, why God put us here, and what our main purpose in life is. And God told me when Jake left that my main purpose is to make a video about Crank 3. So I brought Jake back.
I'm being paid handsomely.
Even though I don't want him back, we have to have him back for the sake that this is our child.
We gotta finish what we started.
You know, you got to finish your child once you started it. I don't know. Last time I tried to make a child with someone, I was almost about to make it, and I was about to finish it, and I was like, you know what? I don't feel like it anymore.
It was just like it was a hyperfixation, this child. It was just like, you know, I'm not really interested in this anymore.
You know what?
I got super passionate about it for like a couple weeks, and then I was like,
you know what? This whole child thing, kind of a phase now.
Yeah.
Not really my thing. I'm a new person. I found
I think I want to get back into Bakugan, actually.
So they're planning the heist, and they're trying to do like a Nuketown type of thing. Mm-hmm. They're putting like
maybe they also have like a kind of Kevin McAllister style contraptions.
Yes.
But they have like little lights that are like projecting like people moving in houses and stuff.
And it becomes a total Army of Darkness, Oz the Great and Powerful montage of bringing future ideas to life in strange lands. Kind of bringing electricity to life before Edison did, and Tesla before he did it either, and starts like using like electronic like contraptions to make a life-size
like,
replica of, well, not life-size.
Is he harnessing like lightning?
I mean, like Ben Franklin.
Yeah. I mean, well, how is he getting like electricity?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can also do like like charge currents by like magnetic field.
I don't think so. I think the modern way we get electricity is just by collecting lightning.
So then he's trying to like harness lightning by through the only way he knows is Ben Franklin's contraption, even though it's like a fictional thing that it's not even a real thing.
Oh, I didn't fly the kite with the key on it?
No, that's a fake thing, I think.
Oh.
I think like what really happened is like there was just like a copper pole that he put in the ground, and then it just got struck by lightning, and then he gets electroshocked and blows away and like flies, right? And he gets knocked out, and this is where we get a little we get a little another fuck you Chelios. Fuck you Chelios. And I think we should have like more and more dream sequences in this movie, like kind of like Big Lebowski, where he just has like a bunch of those in the whole movie. The last dream scenario was like used to show that to establish that he is too fast for his own good, right? And this dream scenario is kind of like about identity theft, which is like the B plot of the movie, where he's taken the identity of Enzo, and it goes back to a time when he was a kid, again, where some kid is like turned in a test that Chev did, and like this kid switched the tests, and then like erased his name and then put his name on it, and then Chev like went out into the ball yard and then like he's like, hey, why the fuck did you turn in my assignment and put your name on it? And he's just like, shut the fuck up, Chev. I'm just trying to live life like anybody else, man. Get off my back. And then he's just like, listen here, you little fuck. I'm the only Chev Chelios in this whole town. I'm no other person. You're no other person. I am me. You are you. Let's keep it that way, you know? And it's just kind of like talking about how he doesn't like the idea of being like another person than who he really is. Like he doesn't want to be anybody else, right? And it's reflected in the whole Enzo scenario where everyone thinks he's Enzo, and now he has to act like Enzo for his own good, but there's a part of his subconscious that doesn't want to be Enzo, and he wants to go back to being just a regular Chev Chelios. So he wakes up from this dream scenario after being electroshocked by the kite, and he wakes up, and soon like he's like, you know, he's in this like dark little dingy cabin in the desert, and they're doing like surgery on him, but it's old-fashioned surgery, so it's like no anesthesia, it's all like, you know, rusty equipment, and there's a masked figure who's wearing one of the cloth masks from back in the day, and then he goes back to sleep a little bit, and he wakes up again, and it's Dwight Yoakam.
Maybe in this, like, not Dwight Yoakam is like a doctor, but he's also like a wily kind of old-fashioned inventor guy.
He's like the Acme guy.
Yeah, and he's like, well, I've got a wonderful invention for you to try. A steam-powered heart.
I mean, I don't see Dwight Yoakam talking like that ever. We can maybe do something like that. I don't know. Dwight Yoakam's just like, well. Well, I saw the new problem here that we had here, and I thought, what a great way for an inventor to what a great scenario for an inventor.
You could either have this furnace in your chest, or my brand new invention, the toaster.
So he's now got a steam-powered heart. His digestive intestines are pushed off to the side in order to fit like a furnace.
And he just has to keep like digesting coal.
Yeah. Hot stuff. I don't know. I'm listen, I'm spitball. I'm trying here, dude.
And I appreciate that.
You know what? I'm done. think we're doing this gag a bit too much, Jake.
The gag where one of us says we're done? Yeah. I've done it once. I think you've done it a total of 3 times. You know, then they do the heist and they get the money and then he goes back to China. And there's no further conflict and then he just...
Fuck you, Jake. Fuck you. Fuck you.
It's not like gold's just gonna start popping out of the ground.
The gold rush started around this time.
What
We chose like
1848?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I wasn't asking when the gold rush was. I was asking when we set the movie.
No,
I
but
know
that's-
when the gold rush
I
was.
didn't.
You didn't. What do you think the 49ers? What do you think that relates to?
Yeah, the 49ers, yeah. That's right. I
I
don't
thought you were
know.
from California.
I just forget sometimes that about things
You
that
didn't
I
go to
don't
gold
give a fuck
country as a
about.
class where you panned for gold.
Yeah, I remember that. That really lodged the fact that I don't give a shit about any of that fucking bullshit that didn't matter at all about history. I don't know. All right,
I
whatever.
don't know, but I feel like I don't know.
Listen, all right,
I
listen.
like the gold rush because
I
it
know
felt like
the 49ers.
it felt like personal.
I know the 49ers were a fucking thing for you
Like we
San
learned about.
Franciscites.
Like we learned. Whoa.
I said San Franciscites. What do you think I said?
So I don't know. I feel like just because like we learned about so much history, the gold rush, I don't know, like just felt I liked it more because it just felt more local.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, no, we are the Golden State. That's correct.
Let every other state know.
Yeah.
Let everybody else know we are the Golden State.
And Nevada's like the Silver State. Like, yeah, that fits. They're not as good.
And
They are second place as a state.
New York's the bronze.
Yeah.
Fuck you. I don't know. I don't know why I forgot that 49. I don't know.
So did we I feel like last time we came up with the year that this was set in or like an era? Is it like 18?
It's just like the 1800s, yeah.
Okay. So the gold rush just happened.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
That's what I have to say to that.
All right. Seems like you're a fake California fan.
What, just because I didn't know for a second that about the 49ers for a second. Listen,
Well, also you
I know about the 49ers. Here's the thing. I already know
how'd you
about
feel when they
how
moved
the
to
49ers
Oakland or when they moved? Yeah, didn't they move to Oakland?
I don't. Okay, here's the thing. I know about the 49ers.
The Raiders
Oh my
moved
God.
from Oakland to Las Vegas. And then the 49ers, where did they go?
Here's the dealio. When I was a kid, I always got the 49ers mixed up with the 69ers. And
I don't
would
know.
go to my
What did the
parents.
69ers do?
I went up to my parents and I said, "Hey, who's winning the match?" I go up to
Hey,
my
Pa,
parents.
who's winning the big game?
I go up to my parents while they're watching some football, and I'm like, "Who's winning the match?" And then they're like, "Oh, Green Bay." And I'm like, "Well, what about the 69ers?" And they were like, "What?" And I'm like, the 69ers. And they're like, "What? What do you mean the?" I'm like, "Oh shit, I mean the 49ers," because I just got back from.
Did you have any pioneer days or gold miner days where you come to school dressed as like?
We don't dress up, but we definitely had like things where they would come over and they would be like, "All right, we're gonna make candles and we're gonna have hatchet throwing." And
Whoa, wait, when was this?
this was when I was in elementary school.
Dang, they
I
were
know.
letting you throw hatchets?
Yeah, because we're not like a bunch of pussies like you guys are.
What
up
are you,
in the Bay Area?
Brian,
Brian.
main character from the young adult novel Hatchet.
Dude, that book fucking sucks.
Dude, I did a book group, like a book project, an independent reading project, if you will, on that book, and I didn't read it. I like read like the first few pages and then made like a video that was a parody of Hatchet, so that I didn't actually have to know any details about the
Yeah,
book.
because all you can do is
just-
you have to do is just act like you're in the wilderness. And you
Yeah,
have
I
to,
just
like,
act like we just did like a parody of like a wilderness survival movie.
because of this reason you remember his name is Brian? How
Yeah.
the fuck do you remember that?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Because I had like I don't know, in the credits, I don't know why I remember it. It was just that's the only thing I remember about the book.
You were playing him.
And you know,
you had to become
it was in the
part.
era where we threw a John Cena in there, and the crowd went
shit.
wild. Oh yeah, my Hatchet parody was called Butter Knife.
Butter Knife works if the title was just like knife. But there's like no way. I had a book for Fahrenheit 451, and then I gave it to for a little bit during class, and then next thing I know, when she gives it back to me, she destroyed it.
What?
because it's Fahrenheit 451.
Oh, so she just burned it and been like...
Well, she didn't burn it, but she just basically vandalized like a bunch of pages. Like ironically. But she had like a...
That's so funny.
I'm telling you, she's like the funniest person ever.
It's just like...
But the thing is
It's
that
just like, hey, look, I did like, the book that
Like
you
the
didn't,
book.
the book that you didn't get to read because I destroyed it before you could read it. It's like that.
it's like what they do in the book
Yeah.
that you didn't get to read.
Oh well.
I was like getting lost in your eyes for a bit.
People say they tell a story.
Don't fucking take my thing from me, dude. You're gonna get all the credit for that now.
No, I think John Favreau would probably get credit for that.
No, whoever that one guy is that was
Yeah.
like improving.
Yeah. Your eyes tell the story. That's what I love about you. You got a great mouth.
I just took it from that guy because no one was appreciating it enough. I love that line, but no one appreciated it, so I was just like, I'm gonna take it and make it my own. And now you took it from me,
And I'm gonna make
Bastard.
it my own.
you bastard. And now when we become rich and famous and we have like T-shirts of all our favorite or our best quotes and everything,
Yeah.
it's gonna have a picture of your face and it's gonna say the eyes that tell a story.
Yeah.
And then I'm on the back, just like a tiny version of me right underneath the neck, and I'm just like my pouty face, just
Yeah.
like I said that. I said that.